Welcome home, family and fellow citizens of the African Order. I'm here with another video, and the topic of this discussion is I've seen this movie before. Does it seem strange to you that all that's going on in the world today, global pandemic, people dying left and right, the economy shut down, Congress at odds, that somehow Donald Trump can find the time to sit down and have a discussion about a black agenda with Ice Cube? Remember when he had a discussion on prison reform with Kim Kardashian? I'm going to hit on this a little bit later. I do not want to see Ice Cube leading any discussions on social issues. I remember years ago, Vin Diesel did a movie called Triple X, and it was a big hit. So they wanted to do a sequel. Vin Diesel was like, now you got to pay me. And they're like, no, we're not paying you all that money. We'll find somebody else. Who did they get to take the lead? Ice Cube. And I knew at that point the movie was going to be a big flop. Ice Cube is not equipped to take the lead in this type of movie. He is no replacement for Vin Diesel. And when I said this, people looked at me, oh, Jonathan, you're a hater. No, I'm a realist. So when I see the lead position being held by Ice Cube, sitting down with the President of the United States, discussing a black agenda, I done seen this movie before, and it's not going to turn out well for my people. Our people need leaders that have passion, and our people must be the passion. I'm not here to make you dance, to make you laugh. I'm here to liberate my people. I done seen Ice Cube's version of hip hop squares and hip hop basketball. I don't need to see no hip hop black agenda. You know, Ice Cube is talking about getting something in return for our vote. And I agree 100% for now. But I think we should get something in return for all this country want us to do. You want me to sing and dance for you? Gimme. You want my vote to win an election? Gimme. You want me to participate in your Olympics and in your military? My people better have in their possession and control whatever it is that you're offering. We're not putting it on the back burner. We're not putting it in the layaway to get it after. No, they better have it right now. You know, and it's funny how whites can enslave us, then form laws, government, and businesses and the authority to enforce these laws, and then give us freedom under these conditions. And do you honestly feel free? Is Ice Cube talking about creating a systemic solution for our systemic problem? Voting and electing enough of our people in the office to oversee our communities is just a start. No one should be able to economically, judicially, or politically ask or receive permission to do anything to a black community without somebody that we put in office knowing about it. That's bottom line. When I think about this, I always think about Black Wall Street and how many checks and balances it had to go through before they got the authorization to drop a bomb within the borders of this country on a black community. And we had no black representation to at least warn our people, get us out of there, or put a stop to it. Even now, there's a black town in Mississippi, and it was a thriving town. And the government took away the exit ramps that led to the city, and all the people that was living there, most of them had left because there was not enough population coming through, not enough commerce to support them. We need to overturn these decisions and put those ramps back so that this town can be what it was back in its heyday. When I was watching a documentary about this town, the guy was talking, almost had tears in his eyes, because he said it was just so strange to go to a hospital and just get healed. And inside these communities while people live, they helped and worked together. Black people who created businesses to support and sustain their own way of life. You had schools that just taught, hospitals that just healed, and businesses that just hired. Why? Because it was within their community and it was in their best interest to do this. Whites cannot duplicate this because they're too overly concerned about the age, the race, the group, the gender, the religion of those who need help. They can never just help. This is why blacks and whites cannot live together. We have two totally different mental philosophies. So if we cannot coexist, our economic plans or strategies cannot coexist. We cannot take our black dollars and put in white institutions, banks, and stock market and put these funds towards a black agenda. It's just not going to work. We have to recreate everything to secure our independence. First, our governing body to set laws and standards and to oversee our people. 2, create hospitals and clinics to handle minor and major health problems that we may have, that we're going to encounter. 3, grocery stores, establish our own grocery chain to feed our people. And this is one of the easiest things to do, because right now we have over 4,000 black farmers. It should not be that hard to gather these people up and be the primary food supplier to whatever grocery chain that we create. 4, create our own banks to handle our own finances. We can establish our own interest rates, our own terms to lending to our people. We can create our own financial instruments, debit cards, credit cards, create our own financial rules. And then 5, we have to have schools to teach our children and to teach them the truth of who they truly are. Do you think whites could do this for us? Do you think whites could do to us for as long as they have without owning and controlling all of these entities? This is why, and this is the only way that we can fight back. For every government, economic, judicial, law that they use to oppress our people, we have to create a duplicate, an opposing force to uplift our people. Because the thing is this: enslavement was an unmitigated effort to domesticate our people. Just like we look at our cats and dogs, whites look at us the same way. You go to a zoo and you see tigers and lions performing tricks for whites just to be fed. They look at us the same way. There isn't anything we can do on our own to support and sustain what we have right now unless we go balance some ball or jump through some white man hoops. We have to break this, and we cannot continue putting our children in this position where they're going to be continuously marginalized by whites for the rest of their lives. That's giving our oppressor too much power and authority. And do you think a rapper or a comedian is equipped to handle reversing this process? Having these guys in the lead position is as dangerous as gossip. And when I was thinking about doing this video, it reminded me of a movie I saw a while ago named Doubt. And one of the women in the church come to the priest, and she asked the priest, "Is gossiping wrong?" And the priest said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, what should I do?" And he said, "Well, I tell you what, you go home, you get a knife, and you grab a pillow, and you go up on the roof. You take that knife and you cut that pillow open, and then you come back and tell me what happened." So the young lady, she went home, she got the knife, got the pillow, cut the pillow open, and the wind blew all the feathers all over the place. So when she got back home and the priest said, "Did you do what I said?" And she said, "Yes." And he said, "And what happened?" And she's like, "Feathers everywhere." So the priest said to her, "Now I want you to go back home, go back on the roof, and gather up all those feathers that flew away." And she said, "What? I can't do that. It's impossible. The wind took the feathers everywhere." "And that," said the priest, "is gossip." Having the Ice Cubes and the Kim Kardashians lead in conversations of prison reform and black agenda is almost as dangerous as cutting open a pillow and letting out all this misinformation in the air. If they advise you wrong, just like the feathers, their followers will take this misinformation and put it all over the place. This is what Donald Trump wants. He doesn't really want prison reform. He doesn't really want to discuss a black agenda. He wants to discuss these with the Ice Cubes, the Kim Kardashians, and so just like Joe Biden, he wants to sit down with the Cardi B's so their followers can see. And then once they see them talking to these people, then we automatically think these are good guys. They're not really concerned about the reason they're there. They'll do a little thing, a little bit to make it appear, but nothing is really going to happen. And remember, When Dave Chappelle came out years ago, about 4 years ago, speaking on behalf of Donald Trump, and he said, I'm going to give him a chance. And I want you to give him a chance too. And you see where we're at? We have a clown in office right now that didn't take COVID-19 serious. Over 210,000 people dead while the rest of his team is trying to strip away the Affordable Care Act but not replace it with anything during a global pandemic. Do you really want to still keep putting comedians, actors, and rappers in the lead in these discussions? I'm going to end this video here. And if you like this video, please share it. And if you want to help me in my effort to undomesticate and recondition my people, subscribe to this channel. And with this video and with all my videos, it is for the complete liberation of my people. And I see you in my next message. Ashe.